Class, welcome back to another video. Today's video we're going to do practice set 2. Practice set 2, which is a fun practice set because you're dealing with data tables, and who doesn't love learning about data tables? So I have the practice set open over here. I have my trusty Excel sheet right here, which I will post as well for you guys. Let me go ahead and save this. And that's not it. There we go. All right, let's start with number 1. Number 1, given this table, assuming that it's a data frame, I should have been more clear on the question, assuming this is a data frame, convert it into a data table, right? And assume that, and the name I say is name is df, and you guys know how we do that. That's really just a set dt command, right? And remember that set df is to convert it back into a data frame. Now, you don't know much about data frames because I'm just not teaching it to you, right? Why am I not teaching it to you? Because remember, data tables is the industry standard, and data tables can hold more memory, hold more data efficiently, and can do a lot more in terms of processing. All right, number 2, using table df, create this table right here, create table df2 with just the fruit and price columns. Now, in number 2, subsequently after that, again, assume that's a data table. Assume it's a data table. And again, I should have specified it in the questions, but just assume it's a data table. So if I'm just creating a table df2 from df that's just going to have the fruit and price columns, how do I do that? Well, that's easy. All right. df bracket all the rows. Oops. All the rows. I want all the rows. And I just want the columns fruit and price. Remember, when you use dot parentheses, it becomes a data table, right? Be it more than one column or just one column. Once you do dot parentheses, it becomes a data table. But when you're selecting more than one column, you must choose dot parentheses. All right, number 3, using table df, rename the columns year, fruit, price, quantity to y, f, p, and q. All right, this is where we use the names function, all right? So here, the first thing I do on the left side is I put the table in there. It's df, I want to rename the names. And when you use this feature, you basically have to choose, you have to rewrite all the column names in one shot. There's a way to do it just in one individual column. I can show you that later. But right now, if I'm changing all the column names, it's real easy. So y, and it has to be in order. So it's because it's year, fruit, price, quantity, I'm going to change year to y, fruit to f, price to p, and quantity to q. Right? Real easy. Number 4, create a new column O price. That will be the price 2 rows before, so that df looks like this down here. Okay, you remember this? The shift function, guys. The shift function. All right, so I'm creating a column called O price. No problem. Then again, my name of the table is df. All the rows. I want to create a new column called O price, colon equals, because it's data tables. Shift, and I'm shifting in the price column, and I'm shifting by 2 rows. Done. Number 5, create a new column O price. That will be the previous year's price for each particular fruit, given the table below. All right. That will now O price will be given the table below. Okay. So here's the table I'm given, and now I have to create a new column called O price, right? That will be the previous year's price for each particular fruit given the table below. Okay. Now, a little trick here, guys. I want it for each particular fruit. I want, let's take apple. I want the previous year's price. All right. Now I can't, if I just copy this for a second down here, the new table's name is DFT, by the way. Notice that right there. The name of the table is DFT. All right. I just can't do this right here. If I do this right here, and if I shift it by 1, oops. I can't do this. I will have a column called O price, and the first column will be NA, and then plum will have the price 2, the orange row will have the O price 4, etc., etc. It's not happening, it's not the previous year's price for each particular fruit, okay? If I want to do for each particular fruit, then what must I do, guys? Think. Right? If I want the previous year for each particular fruit, it's as though I wish I could group the fruits individually or have separate subtables for the fruits. Yes, you're going to need the third part, which is the group by feature. So I'm going to do by equals fruit. And just by adding that, guys, now I'll have the correct value. Now, for 2016, Apple will have an NA, no problem. But down here for 2017, Apple's columns O price will have the value 2. Well, okay, that was obvious. But for 2018, Apple's O price will now be 2 from 2017. You get it? Because what happens is once we put by equals fruit there, there's now going to be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's going to be 5 unique subtables, right? Apple, plum, orange, melon, cherry. And the Apple values will be all together, right? And it'll be 2016, 2017, 2018. And once we do the shift, right? Oh, sorry, I have a typo here. Some of you guys might have noticed that. I forgot the parenthesis right there. Boom. And now I have the, and once you have the shift will now do it by the individual subtables. So now we'll have the results the way we want. Number 6. All right, given the same table, create a new column O price that will be the previous year's price for each particular fruit, and a column O quantity that will be the quantity from 2 years ago for each particular fruit given the table. All right, so this is basically 5, but now I added another column in here. So let me just, the first part is easy to answer. All right, done. And the second one is equally as easy because now I have a O quantity, and this is also going to be for each particular fruit given the table below. Make this slightly bigger so we can. All right. But the difference is I'm just going to shift it now, not by, first I'm going to, the column that I'm shifting in is the quantity column. And I'm not shifting it by 1, I'm shifting it by 2. Done. Easy peasy. All right. Go down to number 7. All right, number 7. Using table from number 6, right here, this table right here, guys, right? Create a column total, create a column named total. I should have said that. Create a column named total that is price times quantity. This is easy, right? This is basically just going to be, I'm creating a new column called total, all right? And in the total, I'm doing column, not similar to vector mathematics, column mathematics, price times quantity, and that's it, right? Done. Number 8, using the table from question number 6, create a table DFS. That will be just the years from 2016 and 2017, and just for the fruits, apple, plum, and melon. Okay, all right. Here we're gonna have a little fun now. So I'm creating a new table, DFS, from DFT, but I'm applying filters, guys. And the first filter I'm applying is going to be the rows. So I do it in opposite order. I'm doing it for years, 2016, 2017, and I'm doing for a particular kind of fruits. So I have 2 filters I need to do. All right. So the first filter, I'm going to do it for year. I'm going to go ahead and wrap these in parentheses just so it's easier for me to do. So I'm going to do it both the long way and the better way. So I'll do the long way first. I'll say year equals 2016 or year equals 2017. Why am I not doing and, guys? We talked about this because look at the table right there. The value is either 2016 or 2017. There's no row that has both 2016 and 2017. That is a logical fallacy, except in the world of quantum physics. All right? This isn't quantum physics. So this is my first filter. My second filter, I join with the and command, and that's going to be filtering the fruits for apple, plum, and melon. So I'm going to do fruit equals plum. Got to put that in quotes. Or, again, or fruit equals apple. Sorry, order is not particularly important. And fruit equals melon. All right, and there you go. There you have it, guys. There you have it. The solution. All right, I filtered DFS. So basically, I'm taking all the columns, but I'm filtering for just the year 2016, 2017, and for the fruits, apple, plum, and melon. Now, yeah, we can do it like that. This is a pain. Let me show you. I showed you guys the better way to do it using the percent in percent command. All right, so here again, better way is to do DFS equals DFT bracket, and now I'm going to say year in, and again I can define this vector, the second part of this vector, outside or inside, doesn't matter. All right, so I have one filter here, and I'm going to add the second filter, fruit in apple, plum, and melon. All right, done. Now let's compare it side by side and see how it. See, look at that, much better. And if you were to define the vector outside, like if you did a vector, let's call it y equals, and then I define another vector. Cheat, take this. Right? So here in line 28 and 29, I define y and f to be two vectors. Then I could take this right here and make my line of code even simpler and just have year in that y vector I defined outside and fruit in that f vector I defined outside. All right, see how easy that is? Oops, see how easy that is, guys? Right there. That's why we use that trick. So much more simpler. Number 9. Using table DFT from question number 6, what is the result of the code below? Okay, having some fun here. So let me do, this works out for now. Let me open this, another sheet of this. All right, now through the power of video, all right, I can't afford explosions, but I can't afford setting up the slide like this, all right? So what I did was I just opened up another lab 2 right underneath. So now I can do the questions. Let's see, we're on question number 9. All right, so now this way I can have the table up there while I scroll. All right, so it's question number 9, slightly bigger. Using table DFT, right up there. Oh, actually, I can make this slightly bigger. Boom. All right, look at that. Oh, no, that didn't work out. Make it slightly smaller. Sorry about this. Just try to be perfect. Boom. All right. That's better. Look at that. All right. Now, number 9, using question number 6, what is the result of the code below? All right. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see that. Okay, given number 6, what is the result of the code below? What is this going to give us? This is easy. All right. So DFT, I just have 2 filters right here. DFT, fruit equals orange, and quantity equals 40. So firstly, if we use the first filter right there, fruit equals orange, that's going to basically be, hold on, I'm just going to keep doing this. There we go. Now I can click on these without it going crazy on me. Okay, so right here, doing number 9 right here, guys. All right, so firstly, notice that there's an orange there, an orange there, and orange there. So already 3 rows, just from that first filter, we're left with 3 rows. Out of those 3 rows, which quantity is 40? So here, quantity is 30. Nah, that won't make the cut. Out of this, quantity is 40. Excellent. Out of this, quantity is 40. Excellent. So this leaves me with, in number 9, the table, right? This is going to give me a table with year, fruit. Remember, it's all the columns. We didn't filter any of the columns. We took all the columns. Quantity. The year will be 2017, 2018. The fruit obviously will be orange. The price will be obviously, not obviously. The first one will be 8. The second one will be 2. And the quantity will be 40. This will be obvious. And the quantity will be 40. All right. So I'm left at number 9. I'm left with this answer right there. All right, number 10. Number 10, using the questions from number 6, what is the result of the code below again? Right. This time, notice the subtle difference. Okay. Here I have fruit equals orange. Excellent. But notice the comma there. And after the comma, so I just have one filter. Fruit equals orange. After that, I have just the column quantity. The column quantity. So basically, I'm going to, just to cheat a little bit, I'm going to end up with a simple vector of 30, 40, 40. All right? That's what number 10 will give me. Why will that give me number 10? Firstly, notice we're selecting orange, all right? Or the orange rows, right? Which is this, this, and this, right? And instead of getting 3 rows back, we are, or in all the columns, we're saying just give me the quantity column back. Okay, so that leaves us with 30, 40, and 40. But why does it come back as a simple vector? It is because in data tables, I did not wrap that column part in dot parentheses. Because I didn't wrap it back in dot parentheses, the results came back to me as a simple vector. Number 11. Now number 11, notice number 10, notice number 11, guys. It's virtually, oh no, sorry. Here's 10, here's 11, all right? Down here. It is basically the same question. The difference is the quantity is wrapped in dot parentheses. And now my results will be as a data table. Quantity, 30, 40, 40. You see that? Now it's going to come back as a table. It's one column and 3 rows, but it's still a table. And this is essentially the difference between not having dot parentheses and having dot parentheses. Number 12. All right, for number 12, we are filtering by orange again. Okay, but this time I have a comma and now a dot parenthesis, and then I have a price and quantity. So basically we're filtering for orange. All right, I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to take this guy's right here. Actually, we only have 2 columns anyway. So I'm going to filter for orange, and then I'm just going to take the price and quantity columns. So I have price and quantity for orange. So again, for orange, the price is 6, 8, and 2. And quantity again is 30, 40, and 40. Number 13. It's now, I'm taking the orange column. Again, I'm taking the orange, I'm filtering for orange rows. But now I'm taking the sum of price. Now remember, if you filter, if I go back up here a little bit, right? Oh, I didn't do that for here. Okay, I'll do it for here. Let's say hypothetically I chose to filter for orange, and then I just took the price values, right? That would be a simple vector. That would give me literally the values 6, 8, and 2. But because I'm saying, no, take the summation of those prices, I get back a result. And that result is going to be 6 plus 8 plus 2, which is going to give me the answer 16. All right, so 13 gives me the answer 16. 14 will give me the answer using table DFT. What is the code below? Again, here, I have a lot more going on here, guys. Now I have a buy fruit going on, all right? Right, I have a summation and I have a year. Remember, before you do anything else, you must create your subtables. All right? So this one I'll draw it a little bit just so you guys have a feel for this. So first I need to create my subtables, right? So I'll create my apple subtable. Fruit, price, quantity. All right? And my first ones will be years 2016, 2018. All right? Fruit is apple. Price is 2, 2, and 6. Quantity is 10, 20, and 10. All right. That is going to be the apple subtable. I will also have the plum one. All right, and for plum is 4, 8, 4. And quantity is 20, 20, and 10. All right. I will also have the orange. And for oranges again, price is 6, 8, and 2. And the quantity is 30, 40, and 40. Other melon is the other one. Apple, plum, orange, melon. All right, so for melon, it's going to be 8, 6, 2. Quantity's 40, 10, and 10. All right, and finally, my last table will be the cherry one. All right, that's going to be 10, 8, and 10. And quantity will be 50, 40, and 20. Alrighty, so we have these 5 subtables pretty much created, guys, right? From here, that's what the buy fruit does. It creates those subtables. So buy fruit, I went in and created the different subtables. Now I can do everything else. So now I can, for each subtable, I'm now going to filter by year 2017. So basically, this will be filtered. Nope. Hold on. Where is my... There we go. This is what I want. This will be filtered. This will be filtered. This will be filtered. And this will be filtered. So already in these subtables, we are selecting just one row, year 2017. All right, year 2017. Now, within each of these rows, I'm summing up, within these subtables, I'm summing up the rows that were selected in the price column. Okay, I'm selecting the price part right here. And then within each subtable, I'm saying, take the sum of that price. Well, I just selected literally one row and one column, and I'm saying the sum of that. So this is literally going to give me the answer 2 back. This is going to be 8 for here. This is going to be 8. It's going to be 6, and this is going to be 8. So now I got the results I wanted. Now data tables will bring these results back and show them to me. How will it show it back to me? Well, it's going to give it to me as the answer will basically be a 5 rows and 2 columns. The first column is obviously going to be fruit, right? Because we did the buy by fruit. So for fruit, we're going to have apple, plum, orange, melon, and cherry. Alrighty. Apple, plum, orange, cherry. Excellent. All right. And again, the order will be basically the order when it first showed up over here, right? That's basically what's happening here. And the second column, now here's the kicker. You guys know what the results will be in the second column. It's going to be 2, 8, 8. Melon will be 6. And cherry will be 8. But what will be the column name when results come back to you? V1. Remember, I showed you guys that anytime you guys are doing this function right here, and aggregation and using that function, the results of the function part, R doesn't know what to name that transformation now, right? Because when you apply a function, you're doing some sort of transformation. So just they give the default column name V1. And if there's more column names, it'll continue with the numbers, V1, V2, V3, V4, etc., etc. So this is basically the output you get. right here. This is the output you get. This is basically the answer. If I make it all bold. So this is the answer for number 14. I kind of drew it out a little bit, but that's because the by part, I really wanted you guys to understand what is happening there and what your results will be. All right, 15. Same thing. So it's basically what is this code going to be in 15? Right, there is no group by. So this is going to be slightly simpler for 15. For 15, you're basically filtering for the apples and the plums. Apples, plums, apple, plums, all the apples and the plums. Oh, by the way, there's a typo here, guys. This and this should be percentages, so I apologize for that. These are typos. This and that should be percentages. I have to go back and fix that. So this shouldn't be a dollar. These should be percents right there, percent right there. Again, apologize for that. So here, I now have apple, plum, right? And so let me go ahead and grab those, the apples. No fill, right? All right, so your first part right here, the filtering, is going to give you all the apples and plums. So just the filtering part gives you something like this, all right? All right, the filtering part leaves you with all these columns and these rows, okay? So you end up something like this, just the first part, using the percent in percent command, not dollar, percent in percent, all right? And now I have comma sum price. Now, if I just selected the price column, I have these values. So sum on these values is going to give me, the answer is 26. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 2 is 8, say 16, 22, 26. So the answer is 26. All right, and number 16. Again, in number 16 right here, I'm saying, let me make this a bit longer right here. Number 16 here, I'm saying, okay, same thing as above, same thing as above. Again, notice the typo right here. It should be percent. But now I'm saying do it by year. Do it by year. All right, do it by year. So I have to do everything all over again, but this time I have to do it by year. All right. So if I do it by year, I'm going to have 3 subtables. I'm going to have 3 subtables, one for 2016, one for 2017, one for 2018, etc., etc. So let me go ahead and do dot see if it's a faster way to do it. So the first one, yeah, you know what, I'll just do it by hand. So I'll grab this. So I'm creating the subtables again, just so you guys can see it. All right. It's going to be apple, plum, orange, melon, cherry. It's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's going to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right. My second subtable will be 2017. The price will be 288868. And then the values will be 20, 20, 40, 10, 40. 20, 20, 40, 10, 40. All right, and finally, 2018. And the price will be 642,210. 642,210. And the values will be 10, the quantity will be 10, 10, 40, 10, 20. All right, so these are the three subtables that are created, guys. All right, just by this part right here, by equals year, because now it's being done by year. Now we can go back and do the other two parts. And the other two parts, we're selecting apple and plum. So here, I'm selecting these rows right there. Selecting these two rows right here in each of the three subtables. And then within each of those, within the filtered subtables, I'm taking the summation of the price column. So I'm taking the summation of this in the first subtable. I'm taking the summation of this in the second subtable. And I'm taking the summation of this in the third subtable. All right? And how do my results come back to me? Again, the buy, you have the buy, whatever's in the buy, that has to be a separate column. I have a year, I have to put the values in there, 2016, 2017, 2018. And again, because it's a function on a column, I don't know what the name of that value will be, so it has to be V1, right? And so my first one will be 6. From my 2017 subtable, the value will be 10. And from my 2018 subtable, my value will be 10 as well. Right? And this is my answer. For number 16. All right, number 17. Alrighty, for number 17, using table DFT, what is the result of the code below? So here I have a little something going on. Here I create a new column using the shift function. All right, and then I take a sum of that new column for one particular year. All right, so let's do the first things first. All right, so this requires me to write out the whole table, which is fine. I do kind of have the whole table right here anyway. Alrighty. Get rid of the colors. All right, so here's my table. Now what's going to happen here is, guys, is first I'm creating a new column called price to. That's going to shift price by one value. So price to will be price, but shifted by one value. So here it's going to be NA, because there's nothing above price. And then from here, everything is going to be shifted by one. So literally I'm just going to copy these values right here and place them down here. Done. All right, so that's our price to. It's going to be everything in the price column shifted by one. And now, to my DFT table with the new column. I'm going to highlight year 2017. So everywhere where it's 2017, I'm filtering those rows. All right. And from there, I'm selecting the price to column, and I will be summing it up. Out of these rows, I'll be selecting the price to columns, which is these values, and then summing it up. And then I will just get a simple answer back, which is going to be 10 plus 2, 12, 20, 28, 34. And so my answer is here, 34. All right, easy. This one was easy. That's 17. Now 18, all right, 18 is basically going to be similar to 17, except now I'm creating two columns, price 2 and price 3. And price 2, again, will be shifted by 1, so I already have that up there. And price 3 will be shifted by 2, okay? Make this slightly bigger, all right? So let me grab this again. So first one we have again, price 2 is shifted by 1. We did that up here. But now I'm creating a second column, price 3, that's going to be shifted by 2. No fill. All right, so price 2 is still the same as the previous problem, but now there's going to be price 3. That is shifting the price column by 2. So the first row again is going to be NA, and now the second row is also NA because 1, 2, there's nothing 2 rows above. But from there, all right, from there now, here, if I shift price by 1, 2, I have the value 2, and so on, so on, so on. So I will literally just go copy these values, bring them down here, and I have my price 3 now as well. All right, now from here, guys, I'm saying, okay, select 2017 again, done. So these are my rows. All right, and then from those rows, select the summation of price 3. There you go. I select this column. And that will give me an answer of 8 plus 10, which is 18, plus 2, 20, plus 8, 28, plus 8, 36. Alrighty. All right, now in 19, using table DF2 from question number 6, right? If I can make this go a little bit higher so you can compare it. So look at 17. It's similar to 17. All right, the first part is similar. Shift price n equals 1 from 17. But look what happens in that second line. The second line is the same, except now I have buy fruit. Now I have buy fruit. All right? So here, remember, first we do the shift part. All right? So first we do the shift part. So again, I have that up here. All right? And again, this is number 19. So for number 19, that first line, price 2 equals shift price equals 1, basically creates this column price 2 in data table. All right? Let's get rid of these. And so now I'm left with this table. DT is now this table. Now, DFT is now that table. Now from here, right, I have to do these commands, but it's not that simple because I have the buy command. Once I have that buy fruit command, I have to create my subtables. I have to create my subtables, right? Lucky for me, I created subtables up here, and so I'm going to go ahead and just steal these subtables. Oops. Let's copy that again, see what happened up here. All right, I'll copy these subtables. And now I have these subtables. Now I'm going to take this big table, create subtables out of it by fruit. And so it'll end up being, let me clear this out so no one gets confused. All right, now from here, I have to, remember I'm creating a subtable from this table, now from this subtable. So I have to bring this second price 2 stuff over. All right, for apple, it's going to be NA, 10, and 8. For plum, it's going to be 2, 2, and 6. For orange, it's going to be 4, 8, and 4. For melon, it's going to be 6, 8, and 2. And for cherry, it's going to be 8, 6, and 2. Alrighty? Oops. So now I finally have my subtables. Right, I did my group by, I have my subtables. Now I can do this part, guys. And let me just so it's easier to see. Get rid of space just so you can. I'm just shifting it up just so you can see everything in one go. All right, so here's my 5 subtables: apple, plum, orange, melon, and cherry. All right, so from here, I'm going to say filter 2017 for each subtable. Filtering the rows. And now I'm going to summate the price to columns in the ones I selected. Well, again, just like before, it's just one row in each subtable, so it's literally going to be just that value. All right, and so what do I get back, guys? I get back whatever's in the buy. So my answer will be fruit, What am I looking for here? Where'd it go? I didn't have that one? All right. Oh, this is what I want. Fruit, apple, plum, orange, cherry. And again, because there's a summation here, it's going to be V1. And the results will literally be from here 10 to 8, 8. 10 to 8, 8, 6. 10 to 8, 8, 6. All right. And this is the answer. For number 19. And finally, number 20, okay? Number 20 is the same thing as 19, but just like before, I don't have just one price. I'm not creating just one column. I'm creating two columns, and I have the group by, and I'm summing by price 3. So again, I'll cheat a little bit, guys, because I laid the groundwork from number 19. For number 20, I have this, price 2 and price 3, done. Right, that's basically what the first line creates. All right, done. So that's what the first line creates. And from there, I gotta do the whole subtable mumbo jumbo again. Right, I gotta do the whole subtable mumbo jumbo again under sub price 3. Oh, now I just want to point out something that here I'm just going to cheat a little bit. All right, I'm going to cheat a little bit here. Can I cheat? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cheat. All right, I'm gonna cheat because I already did it the long way, so I'm just gonna do a quick way now. So I know I have to do it by fruit, right? But I see how it's gonna be filtered by 2017 anyway. So I know I just have to focus on these columns right here. All right, and out of these columns, I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna sum up just the price 3 values, right? But because they're by fruit, each one of these are their own individual subtables. They will be in their own individual subtables. So I'm literally just grabbing the price 3 right there. So my answer is going to be, if I copy this right here. All right. And so my answers are from the price 3 part of 2017. Apologize for cheating, but you guys can work it out the long way. And that's basically going to be my answer for number 20. All right. And I think finally we are done with the questions. All right. And this is your basic review of data tables, if you want to think about it like that. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me for this video. This is the conclusion of practice set 2. I'll see you guys at the next video or the next Q&A session. All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.